During this screencast, I am going to show you how to use the DCO Defense Connect online system to create and run online meetings for our school community members. Here I have the URL address to access the DCO site: https://www.dco.dod.mil. From this site, you'll have to accept the user agreement, which will bring you to the login screen. Notice that I'm using Internet Explorer. I found that the screen shareability and the performance of the DCO tends to be a little more streamlined using Internet Explorer. From the login screen, I can have the ability to sign in, or if I have not yet created an account, using my CAC, click the Create Account button and go through this process, which takes about 2 to 3 minutes. Once your account is set up using your CAC, you'll be able to just click the Sign In button. It's going to ask you for your PIN. After inputting that and pressing OK, it is going to verify your certificates and ask you to select the correct one. Once inside the system, your dashboard will allow you to view a few options. You can view meetings that you've been assigned to or are created. You can create meetings, or you can view recordings of meetings that you've done. Most of the time when we're in the system, we're going to be creating a meeting. I can click the Create Meeting button, or in the Meeting drop-down, choose Create Meeting. If I want to create a meeting to host, I'll choose the Create Meeting. I'm going to choose a meeting name. Once I have the meeting name, which is the most important, I'm going to scroll down and select the date and time for this meeting. It's always a good idea to have the duration of the meeting longer than the anticipated length, so the meeting does not close. The rest of this information is not needed for most purposes. All I have is my name of the meeting and the date. An agenda spot is included if you'd like to use it, but it's not necessary. There is an option to make this meeting public, but I do not recommend this, as you're going to want to invite the members of the meeting individually. So once I have the meeting name and the date, I will scroll to the bottom and click Next. Here I will provide a screen where I can add participants who are registered with the DCO in this system. Again, this is not needed, and I, for our purposes, do not suggest that you use this system to add members to this meeting. So I'm going to click Finish at the bottom. Once I've hit Finished, I'll have my meeting created. I'll be moved back to my portal, or I could see my meeting with the link. What I want to do now is email the participants this link so that they can access the meeting during the appropriate time. So what I might do is highlight this, right click on it, and copy it, open up an email, and email this to people within a meeting schedule or a regular email. Once the meeting you are ready to start, either as the host or a participant, you will click on the link provided. Once you click on the link, a meeting is going to open. As the creator of the meeting, you will access the dashboard where you will have control over the view. The default view is this main window. Let's look on the right hand side of the screen. There are 4 different options. Right now we see main. Underneath main is briefing. Underneath briefing is screen share, and then VTC. By clicking on each of these displays, you'll change the view of the windows. Most of our meetings tend to be either screen share or VTC. Let's look at the VTC option. Under the VTC option, you have the ability on the left-hand side to see the list of participants, and you have a chat window where you can have a dialogue. In the main window area, there's your webcam, where you can click Start My Webcam in order to activate it. I'm going to choose Allow. I will see a preview of my webcam. If I choose Start Recording or Start Sharing, it is going to share my webcam so the audience or the group members will be able to see. And I can, in the top right hand corner, click Stop My Webcam to turn it off. Each of the views, right now we're in VTC, has different options. If we choose Screen Share, notice that in the center it says Share My Screen. I can choose to share my entire screen, share a document, or a whiteboard. The whiteboard brings up a screen that the participants can see, in which you can use some tools, text, pen, and shape tool to use as a display. You could also choose to share your screen. If you choose to share your screen, it's going to ask you if you want to share your desktop, your application, or a specific window. Most of the time you'll want to probably share your desktop. If you do, when you click share, it will minimize the active window in the DCO, because now it's sharing your screen and you can move around, and anything visible on your screen the participants will view. To go back, click on the Adobe DCO icon on your toolbar and it will bring you back in, and you could stop sharing. In the briefings here, we could see this is slightly different layout in that we have a sharing option, attendee list, chat, and discussion notes, all visible to participants. And then finally, the main option gives you a small whiteboard or note section, a file share ability for participants or the leader to upload files, notes, chat, and even your webcam in the top left corner. Once you've decided which view you're going to use and it's been selected, you're going to want to make sure that your rights and the rights of your participants are set. On the top menu bar, I have a few icons. Right now my audio icons are on. You could see it is in green. I could choose to mute my speakers. There is a microphone icon. I'm going to choose to connect my audio so that users or participants can hear. Notice on the left hand side my microphone is lit up, indicating that I have microphones turned on. Many times you're going to want to mute yourself, or participants are going to want to mute themselves by clicking on that microphone button, indicating that you are muted by seeing a strike through. There is a webcam icon that allows you to turn on your webcam. There is also a little status icon. This is a good feature that allows you to put an icon next to your name in the attendees list. This lets people know if you have something that you need to say with a raise of a hand, agree, disagree, and so on. As the presenter or the meeting organizer, you're going to want to ensure that you go to audio and choose microphone rights for participants if you want your participants to be able to speak. In the Meetings tab, notice that there's an audio setup wizard that you're going to want to run or ask your participants to run if they are having trouble with their audio. I do highly suggest that you use headphones with this system to ensure limited feedback. In the Meetings drop-down, you also have the ability to record this meeting. By choosing this option, anything that happens in your meeting in this system will be recorded. It's a good idea to let people know that you're recording a meeting prior to recording. In the Layouts drop-down, you can choose the layout options that are seen on the right-hand side. The Pod section is the ability to add different areas to your screen. For example, there is the share or notes, add another chat, or add a new file, web link, or poll. All things for you to try out during your first DCO experience. Again, in audio, making sure that you have enabled audio rights for participants. Once your meeting is complete and you're ready to exit, participants can just close out of the window. The meeting organizer is going to want to go to the Meeting tab and choose End Meeting. Once the meeting is ended, a pop-up will happen. You'll press OK, and the meeting will close. You can now X out of this meeting. Returning to your dashboard in the DCO, you can close out of the screen, or you can go back and create new meetings. If you have a meeting created already, you could see them listed in your home screen. If you have any questions about using the DCO to connect with community members, please let me know.